We're doing well today. I almost forgot about you again. Very, very sorry. The game is called Neon White. Is this a Steam game? It is. It is a lightning-fast single-player speedrunning FPS where you can sacrifice your guns for godlike parkour moves. It's made by Annapurna. We tend to think very highly of Annapurna in this channel, or at least I do. Huh. Sacrifice cards. Okay, so it's things like you're able to move very fast when you throw away your gun. You can jump very high when you give up this weapon. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about the angel and devil aesthetic. That's a little bit like anime dating show there, but I mean, cool. Probably not a game for me. Any FPS game I tend to be not exactly in tune with, but any game that has unusual movement really appeals to me. Because I often think of the innovations in games, the ones that are most obvious to me are, have a different kind of weapon, have a different kind of setting. But then occasionally a game comes along and says, here, let's move in a whole new way, and I'm always blown away, right? The movement from a gun to a sword, old hat, I've seen it before. But that first time I played Portal, right? That first time, for the first time ever, we were able to walk through walls and change the character location so substantially was amazing. Portal 2, with being able to modify your world for jumping and bouncing and sticking and all the rest was, again, absolutely transformative, mind-blowing. So this game, giving you different movement abilities at the drop of a weapon, seems pretty cool for a different kind of game too. So awesome. Thank you for telling me about that one. I probably won't see it on stream, but I'm glad that I know it exists as a talking point for the future. What's good, Phoenix Knight? Welcome this evening or morning or otherwise. Friends, have I got some stories for you? I got 2 stories for you today before we get to the gaming. And of course, if you have anything you'd like to talk about, any show and tell exercises, I'm happy to discuss those too. But my 2 stories. Number 1 is a story that you have been waiting for months. That's not quite true. Actually, it is true. Probably about 2 months you've been waiting for the conclusion of this story. Yesterday, my friends, after what I'm going to call substantial overweening pressure of a sort that may have begun to strain our relationship, yesterday, Noms went to the doctor. She's been ill for genuinely 2 months long, and more often than not in the morning I've said, "Hey sweetie, you seem like you're still coughing a lot. Hey sweetie, that's a lot of things coming out of your orifices," etc., etc. But yesterday, she found a clinic that's a 2-block walk away from work. And because of its proximity, she felt comfortable leaving work for a brief period, etc., etc. And as you might expect, when she got there, she was tested in various ways, and she has a massive sinus infection going. And this massive sinus infection has been given now antibiotics and steroids and all the rest. And the doctor didn't say, "Why did you wait so long?" But he definitely implied it by saying, because he asked her, so how long have these symptoms been going? And she said, well, a couple months. And he said, a couple months? Right? Because Japanese people tend to be, on the whole, pretty quick to go to the doctor. We have a certain kind of socialized medicine, of course. There are clinics absolutely everywhere. And so people tend to go lickety split. But I'm very pleased that she's getting the help she needs. I'm very pleased that she's on some medicine now. I look forward to her recovering. Work will kill her at some point. We've had that conversation also. That one has not gone terribly well. But yeah. Difference in backgrounds, difference in life choices, I guess. But I'm just glad that she is getting her health back in order. I'm glad that she is on the medicine that'll help her go on the mend. So when she returns on Saturday's stream to say hello to you all, if you would join me in a round of applause and a round of appreciation for her making good decisions for herself, I sure would appreciate that. Now, I see some of you are immediately pivoting the question, and Asira, I appreciate you. I appreciate that you're asking the question, did I go to my annual medical checkup yet? I sent in the form, and they sent back to me a list of dates on which I'm allowed to show up at the clinic. The earliest of which is the 15th or 16th of this month, can't remember which one. The latest of which is about the 20th of October. So at some point in the next 3 to 5 weeks, we will go to our annual checkup. It's not every day in that period, but it's some days that period. So, yeah, I will go soon. Don't you worry. I'll tell you about the 21st of October. No. I'm always looking for ways to fill the intro section, right? I'm always want to tell you about my life. And so I guarantee once I've picked a day to go, I will then share it with you. And I will not wait till the last day. I promise. It needs to be a Tuesday, Thursday, probably, given my my teaching schedule. Don't bring it on Saturday. She's right to decide when to go on her own. I don't know. On the one hand, sure, her body, her choice, but on the other hand, we care about Knobs, right? And so we want to encourage her to do things that in which she takes care of herself. You know, she's my wife, and so I want her to be healthy and happy and around a long time. And so I'm okay with saying I'm glad that she made this decision at this point, and I wish she would have made it earlier. Because it's very easy when someone is coughing really aggressively every day, and it's not going away for months and months, to start worrying, is this maybe a sign of something wrong with the lungs? Is this maybe a sign of cancer or something? And so I think it's a nice thing to go into the doctor to make sure that the worst possible situations are not happening. Wait, I want to be healthy and happy. You should all Twitch shame her. No. I didn't say Twitch shame her. I think I said applaud. I think I said when you see her on Saturday, say, hey, good job. Is that shame? It's possible I don't know what the word shame means. It's possible that when I say the word shame, I mean, boo, you've done the wrong, bad job. But I think when you say like applaud, like, hey, good job, well done, I think is not shaming. I think it's acknowledging a good thing. Applaud for the choice I suggested. All right, I'll let it go. But no, I think I'm not alone in this one. I think over the course of the past few months, many of you have suggested it's probably a good idea to go to the doctor. It's not just me. This is not some crazy idea where Resorty thinks we should go to the doctor, but no one else does. I think it's generally speaking a good habit, but whatever, that topic's done. I not feel like I'm arguing that one out. Here's a funny story. And by a funny story, I mean an absolutely horrifying story that makes me want to, rethink all of my life choices to this moment. As you know, yesterday I taught. As you know, we're at the beginning of the semester, the getting to know you phase. The part where we figure out who our students are, they figure out who I am, we begin building the relationships that will be a good semester, right? A good semester, hopefully. And so part of what I try to do, both before and after class, at the early stage, is just go and talk to a new student each day. Approach a new student, have a little chit chat, all fine. And they're very friendly conversations. Hey, how are your classes going? What are you looking forward to this semester? What are your hobbies? This kind of thing. Really low stakes, nothing that's made the student afraid. Fine. So yesterday before class, I spy a little nerdy fellow, a nerdy student who reminds me of myself in some measure of that age. And I noticed that on his laptop, he has the insignia of Overwatch, right? The Overwatch series from Blizzard, right? An FPS. And so I use this as an intro. Hey man, cool sticker there. Tell me about the games you play. And so he does. And they're mostly FPSs. They're mostly League of Legends also. We always have a little chit chat about, isn't gaming great? fine, good. I move on with the new students, no problem. After class, I plan to go to other students to just say hi, but this fellow comes up right away to continue our conversation. That's exciting. He wants to talk with me more. What a good feeling. He waits the other students out of the room and says, Professor Risordi, do you mind if I talk to you about something? And I say, sure, of course. What you got? Thinking we're going to continue the video game conversation. Now, at this point, I will pause and offer meta commentary on the story. Last time Noms was here and talked about this, Noms said it's amazing to her how often students come to me for personal advice, that students will never be vulnerable with her, but for some reason they get comfortable with me and see me as a fatherly figure who doles out useful advice. I don't know why this happens. It usually happens after a while. Okay, so yesterday the student waits till everyone else is gone and says, I'm kind of tight on money right now. I'm not sure how I'm going to pay for the semester. And I say, oh, that seems pretty unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. What happened? And the student says something I think many of us have dealt with. I've been saving up money. I've been wanting to work hard and pay for my bills, but my cat got ill, and paying for the vet bills has sapped a lot of money. I said, wow, that sounds awful. That sounds really awful. May I see your cat pictures, right? And they show the cat pictures, all very nice. And so I then asked, what's your plan? What are you going to do as far as your bills? Do you have a solution in mind that you're wanting to work on? And the student mentions, well, I'm allowed to work under the rules of my visa for 28 hours a week. If you're on a student visa in Japan, you can do 28 hours and not a minute more. And so he's maxed out on this and is not quite sure what to do, and then says, well, Professor Risordi, I've been doing something else for money, and I need your help to think about, should I be doing this? And I said, sure, what's up? I'm happy to talk about whatever. I like talking about work. Work is fascinating. And he says, I've been working with some older women. At this point, I think, oh, that's nice. Working on like English language with older women, working on, helping them cross, I don't know. He says, I've been working as a personal, intimate companion with older women for money. This is the second day I have known this human person, and he reveals to me that he is a, courtesan? What on earth am I supposed to do with this? What on earth do I say in response to this? How's it looked on in Japan? It's illegal, but we don't talk about it, and it happens everywhere. Now that said, it is the case that a condition of a student visa is, by rule, there are certain jobs you can't take part in. One of those jobs is what's called the water trade, which is a very strange phrase for it, but yes, the water trade is anything involving prostitution, nightclubs, this kind of thing. And so the student wants to know, should he continue doing this? Because the money is pretty good. And it's just too early. It's too early in the semester to know what to do with this. And so I do kind of back out of the conversation in a hurry. I kind of back out in a real hurry and say, I do first reference, you gotta be careful with your visa. You gotta be careful not to do things that would endanger your chance to be a student, but I trust you make good decisions and best of luck, right? I'm happy to talk through ethical questions in the abstract or with students that I know kind of personally or intimately and trust and so on, but yeah, it's just too early in the semester to have any idea what to do. It's all very weird. Is he a new student to someone that knows me, or is he winding me up? I don't think so. It is possible he's pulling my leg, but he doesn't seem to be that kind of student. And in the moment, at least, he seemed like he was being entirely sincere. So I'm not sure. Like, it's possible I'll come back on Saturday morning and say, haha, he was pranking me, comma, bro. But I'm nearly certain that's not the case. Nearly certain. And so for all you who are teachers out there, I'd like to offer a piece of suggestions from me to you. Do not talk with students about video games. Video games are the path to very uncomfortable conversations. If it's illegal as a stranger to pull your leg about it, could start some investigations. I mean, maybe. In my position, I don't have any obligation to report illegal conduct. I'm not a mandated reporter, even for like violence. You know, I probably would if a student said I'm going to kill someone or whatever, but and I've been pretty clear with the students on day one that we shouldn't assume that the law is always right in all cases. We can think of bad laws. And so I do wonder if some combination of like my being an open person to him and saying I have suspicions about the structure of legality made me a safe party. But this is the second day, like the second time I've ever talked to the student. And so I was just so taken aback. And I suspect that no student will ever surprise me as much as that. I am almost certain. Jerry Fodor saying, he thought it was bad when a student asked whether he should break up his long-distance girlfriend. Yeah, Noms has been so surprised at how many students will come to me explicitly for dating advice. And it makes sense, right? Like in their lives, that is often the biggest thing, right? The biggest thing for them is that's they're trying to find personal relationships, right? They're trying to find what matters to them. And so much of our culture says romance is what matters most of all. And so I do say, like, I want to talk and think with you this semester about big, important questions. And so that's obviously a big, important question. But I always respond to people talking with me about romance with the exact same words, which is, have you seen me? Why would you assume that I know anything about romance? But as always, right, the engagements I always take is to ask the student what they're looking for, sort of in the standard Socratic way, to help them find the thing that they already know, just by asking questions, and hopefully they'll find their way to what they actually believe or desire. But on this one, a bit too much. If I don't tell them not to do it, they can come from me and yoink my visa. No. The only restriction on my visa I have, I mean, other than like not breaking the law and being a good citizen and so on, though I'm not a citizen, the only explicit prohibition on my visa is I'm not allowed to involve myself in politics. No politics allowed, and so in the classroom, I always wait for the Japanese students to bring up the Japanese political examples and say, oh, I know nothing about that. Why don't you tell your classmates? Even though I usually know exactly what they're talking about. But no, I don't have the restriction on the water trade, for example. So my visa is safe as long as I stay out of politics here. I think. All right, well, there's the story. My friends. I hope you're delighted by the life that I lead. Anyway, how are things going for you all? I'd like to chit-chat for a couple more minutes while the first ad break runs, and then we'll get into our U-boat excitement and palate cleanse a little bit, but by thinking about sinking more ships as opposed to sinking our careers from very unusual student experiences. If someone wrote an essay on Japanese politics, it would be awkward for me to grade it because my visa tells me not to tell them they're wrong. Oh, that's really interesting. I don't know where the line is on Japanese politics engagement. Like, I know I'm not allowed to do any political volunteering, right? I'm not allowed to show up and wave a banner saying, vote for this guy. I know that I'm not allowed to advocate in conversation for particular candidates. I can always take like a particular political issue happening here and move it to a general conversation about the same thing. So for example, one of the big topics right now in Japan is, should the pacifist constitution continue? the current Prime Minister Kishida is kind of back and forth on it. The Ukraine war has really raised the question of, are we allowed to, is Japan allowed to help other nations' defensive wars? Or is it the case that they can only fight their own defensive wars? And one of the major prime minister candidates for the next prime minister has been talking about just getting rid of that part of the Constitution. 1 second. Friends, the first ad break is coming right now. 3 minutes, and then game time, I promise. Quick ad break, though. So what I tend to do is to take that kind of question about the status of Japan in general, or in specific, and move to the general question of what would it be to be a pacifist nation? What is it to think about the responsibilities that established military powers have towards other nations, right? In this way, I feel safe talking about whatever, just kind of in the abstract. And the students know that we're still talking about Japan. I just stop using the word Japan word entirely, and that way I feel safe. But hard to say, hard to say. Jerry Fodor, your life on teaching relief is good. You haven't read anything substantial, but you've slept a lot. Jerry Fodor, I'm glad you're getting a, they call teaching relief there? I haven't heard that phrase before. Usually I've heard it called sabbatical, pre-tenure sabbatical in your case, I believe. And we then make the joke that I hope you're enjoying your sabbatication. And then some faculty get very, very angry, insisting it's not a vacation, I'm doing work. And then I look at my chat room and say, you're sleeping a lot. Sabbatication indeed. You can't call it sabbaticals because you're still doing administration service. Got it. Does your institution have post-tenure sabbatical? Welcome to one-on-one conversation with one chatter, I'm sorry. But do you have an actual sabbatical in the future, assuming everything works out correctly? A time when you're entirely doing research, or perhaps not. There's full sabbatical. Very cool. Cyber Oracle, welcome back from dishes. You may have to review the VOD. Yeah, Cyber Oracle, the first story today is one that I told fully expecting you to be in chat, hammering in, like keyboard at maximum volume, given your earlier commitments, but you weren't there, and I thought, well, Cyber Oracle's fallen asleep, unfortunate, but no, the VOD will be there for you at any point you want to, for sure. Forecom says there's a game about being a space trucker that's come out recently. You are engrossed by it. Space trucker game? What's it called? Is it called Space Trucker? This game is coming soon. Space Trucker is a realistic space simulator where you fly your cargo ship to different places within the solar system, configure your ship, maneuver for departing and docking, plan your high-speed flight, and execute it all without breaking space rules or killing yourself. Coming soon from EFH. I like that there are buttons and switches. Is this a torpedo? It's called Star Trucker. All right, Star Trucker is what we're discussing instead. Got it. I feel bad, though, for the good people of Space Trucker. They're coming soon, but someone's already, drank their milkshake. They drank it up, and so on. All right, so what kind of game is that? Oh, it looks very similar to what we just saw. Oh, it looks very similar indeed, because it's also a push buttons on the dashboard. Except it appears you're in space lanes? Huh. I hope I get to pull the switches. I think there's actually a real possibility in the not too long future where I end up buying one of those steering wheel and like levers, what's it called, decks, I guess? Joystick platforms? I'm not sure. I've enjoyed this simulation game so much, I don't know how far away we are from. We play semi-games and fly aeroplanes. Cringer seemed to hate this game, which is significant given how much he plays trucking games. Hemingway, you're absolutely right. When I think of Cringer, I think of trucking, I think of that snow runner game. What did you dislike about it? Yeah, what did they dislike? Sips gave up early also. The balance is off, way too gamey, not enough sim. Yeah, if one goes into a game expecting it to be one genre and it ends up being another, that can be really frustrating. This is why occasionally I'll comment on a game saying, this is just like Dark Souls. And of course, no, it's not. And so you go and say, Dark Souls. Or in the exact same way, a game might say, this is a city builder, or a colony builder, it's just like RimWorld. And then you buy it and no, of course it's not. There's only one RimWorld, etc. And so if this game is being put forward as it's a truck simulation game in space, and then one feels instead that, no, it's just a cute little game about driving your vehicle around and using cards or whatever, that's frustrating there. That's potentially very frustrating there. Especially the streamer, when you build your community on playing one kind of game, and then surprise, it's another. That's how it goes. He seems to think the game is wasting time due to actual time. Wait. He seemed to think the game wasted a lot of actual time due to the truck's needs. Oh, do you have to sit on the side of the road while your electric battery refills? And you have to read the newspaper or, I don't know, have a quick nap? I play the demo. The best thing in the demo is the radio. Yeah, games with good music, you can't underappreciate that. Right? I think that so much of the gaming experience, in an unexpected way, is the audio, right? Listening is one of those senses that is easy to ignore. We say, I want good visuals. But the audio can help a lot also, obviously. Hey, how's it going today? Who was it? Psychiatic. Good seeing you, friend. Psychiatic, rather. Occasionally I want to say hi to someone, I forget their name. Anime fan, you bought Dark Souls a few days ago. Now you get why everyone loves it. 100%. Hope you're enjoying that one. Hope it's a good time. And yeah, one of my favorite games I ever played. Because when I first played Dark Souls, I had no idea what I was doing. I hadn't even heard of the game until someone came into chat and said, Resorty, you should try this game. And that was back at the point as a streamer where I was playing genuinely whatever people suggested. And sure, Dark Souls, that sounds cool. And then I proceeded to die over 1,000 times in the first playthrough. And 200 plus times on a single boss. It was something. But by the end of it, I'd learned, I'd gotten better, I had an important experience I will never forget. So hope you enjoy it for sure. Bring it back to Resorty Dating Sim Friday. I talked yesterday or the day before about the possibility of our having a community democracy day every Saturday. And we play some game that you all have selected together for me to play. And it might be absolutely terrible, might be delightful, but it might be a fun thing to do outside of the normal, let's just play whatever strategy game I feel like playing, possibly. In this game, you have to look for batteries at stores. It takes 15 minutes. This is similar to that Finnish game, My Summer Car. Yeah, we've discussed this one before. We've probably looked at the Steam page before. But yes, this is a game in which you build a car from spare parts, and it's an incredibly fiddly game, a very awkward game. You have to go to the store and buy yourself drinks and buy yourself food, all along trying to make an attractive car for you and your friends to tool about in throughout the Finnish summer. It is one of the clunkiest and also funniest games out there. I've not played it, but I've seen it, and is it on sale these days? $14.80, so what, $12 American. Might be worth checking out if you're into cars or Sims, or just want to have a very strange experience. That is that. 8 years early access. It's true. It's one of these games been early access forever, and they do keep adding stuff to it. But I think it was fun, even if it's in its initial form. So it is something for sure. I thought about looking at other games, but I think we're gonna say that's enough right now. I do feel like getting into UBOAT pretty enthusiastically, actually. So thank you for being here. I hope you're enjoying yourself very much. Let me go ahead and put away this music and push this button, and then push this button, and then push this, oh gosh, missed. And then push this button there, and with that, we are ready for another adventure beneath the seas. Yesterday, we stepped up the difficulty. Yesterday, we moved from 22% difficulty to 54% realism instead. And things are going okay. It requires a new kind of thought. It requires engaging in a certain amount of planning that I do not know how to do yet. We've explored shoals now. We've explored the shallows now. And previously, I've done a decent amount of like sneaking past enemies underneath the coastal area by scraping along the bottom of the shore. And now we can't do that anymore because it rips up the ship. So I need to learn. I need to learn exactly what to do to avoid damaging my ships when close to the shore. And the answer might be just don't go close to the shore. We'll see. Grosson, welcome back. I'm sorry, I just now opened my my YouTube chat. Someone's nicely chattering along over there. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being with us. I'm the absolute worst. Echoes sound early and often. That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. I think this is probably something I should learn on my own, but I'll ask those of you who know the game. Which part of the ship is one echo sounding from? Is it from the bow of the ship? Is it the midpoints? I hope it's the front, but if not, that's fine too. Echoes sound early and often. I love it. Hello, Anime Fan. Can you upgrade the ship some? So there are upgrades for the ships. Unfortunately, the majority of them require doing research. So we can look and see if there are any to do right now. Number one, we could do a decoration. Oh my goodness. I joked about this yesterday, and you all didn't tell me that my joke was true. I saw a button that I misread as something Baum, B-A-U-M, which is the German word for tree. And I joked and said that pushing this button deploys the Christmas tree so the men are happy. Friends, for 5 hours time, we can buy a Christmas tree, which will make the atmosphere on board a little bit more pleasant. The sailors will feel the Christmas spirit a little and won't miss their families quite so much. What is the date? What is the current date? 1 second, this is essential to know. It's September of 39. No, the next holiday is Halloween. We're not putting up the Christmas tree until after Thanksgiving. Even makes the men feel nice. Irrelevant. I refuse to have the men lose sense of what the date is while below the sea. All right, so that's delightful. What are the other possible upgrades these days? Go through. In the listening room, yeah, stepping from the GHG to the KDB requires research, unfortunately. If we continue along, we see, yeah, nothing else there right now. We'll go toward the back of the ship instead and see what else might be. Upgrades in this game have required a ton of research that I've not been able to do. It's partially locked by what time of the year it is. So below deck, there's not much else going on. If I go upper deck, I find a card game company, the deck gun. The only thing you can do is remove the deck gun, which increases underwater speed. I can think of some missions where I need to go be a spy ship, where I need to go sneaky snake around, that it might be good to remove the deck gun. With that said, I can imagine an absolute riot in chat if we find a ship I should sink with the deck gun, and we don't have the deck gun. I can imagine you all being very, very cranky. So right now, we'll leave the deck gun. In the middle, we have our emblem. Currently we have the cat ×3. Our emblem is the 3-livid cat. So we're keeping that thing forever, obviously. Back here, there is nothing else. So I want to find camouflage. I know previously we found Camelot. We found camouflage by going even farther out from the ship. My up key does not work anymore. Hey, Ship Shop, what you doing? I think you gave yourself a sub yesterday. Today, 5 gift subs. Thank you so much indeed for your generosity. Really unexpected and really kind. Dark Druid and Blank Epilogue and Flet and Captain Crookbeard, what a great name, and Chubwhat, all you all do enjoy your subscriptions, your ability to watch the crossword puzzle, etc. Shepashaf, I'm glad you're enjoying the show enough to throw some money at me. Hey, thank you. It is Zoom Out to get it. And Conrad JP, thank you for your generous subscription also. That's 5 months, and we appreciate absolutely all of them. All right, what shall our appearance be? Again, Conrad, thank you so much. This is our default look. Number 1 is blue. Blue. I guess it does kind of blend into the water a little bit. I think of the water as being the color of filth, not the color of bright blue. As a naive American, when I think of this color of water, I think of the Caribbean. I think of like the beach on Jamaica, going to some fancy retreat, but this color is something else. Number 2 is, right, this color feels more camouflagey to me. Or lastly, number 3, yeah, black is what we use on the first ship, or boat rather. Does anyone know, does camouflage actually affect the opposition, or is this merely a visual for the player? Is it for imagination and role-playing purposes alone? Because if so, I could easily imagine some players saying, I want hot pink, right? I want the brightest possible ship if no one can actually see it. I think we're gonna go with number 2 here. Yeah, this feels a little bit more like the ocean color. If I were an elementary school student drawing an ocean, this is the color I would pick. 5 hours, good to go. I think that might be all the possible changes on our beautiful vessel, indeed. In theory, it does affect them like it affects us. When you say in theory, does that mean in the game or in the real world? We'll see when we get onto the visibility page if there's any malice or benefit for like ship color. No idea. All right, 5 hours on that. I believe we've already resupplied the ship with fuel and so on. Yes, yesterday's stream I ended by doing this with the fear if I did not do it before we said goodbye, I'd forget to do it entirely. Looking pretty good. All right. I think that's all we got. Let's go ahead and run the U-boat off duty. Heading towards a second mission. Heading towards something new and exciting. Also today you're going to see more letters from the captain to himself. I'd like to check and see real quick what the last letter we wrote from the captain is. I can't find the way down to my ship. Oh, I have a flashlight. Glorious! I think there's some kind of setting that one can choose to make the nights even darker. So if you don't use the flashlight, you can't possibly find anything. This time though, we have our trusty flashlight. I wonder if there are deck lights. I wonder if it's possible to buy like a string of Christmas lights to use in port at least. All right, where are we? All right, this is the captain's room back here. No, it's not. Other direction. I need to put signs in my vessel. All right, so what has happened most recently? Another day, another successful mission. Our order to investigate the aerial defenses of the city of Liverpool. On the way, we spotted not only a military installation, but also the city itself. It appears to be a well-planned and beautiful town. Perhaps once it's all over, the family and I could visit. Will there be a day when our people are again at peace? I pray for it. I will ensure it. Also, while spotting the AA guns, the first mate was found peeking through the window of an attractive British woman. He'll be court-martialed for misuse of military assets. What a pervert. All right, that is the story so far. There's a lot more. If you want to go back in the VOD, you can read all of it. For now, we must see what our next mission is going to be. So we'll speak with the Admiralty over here and see what you got this time. All right, we begin the tonnage war. Submarines attacked the Britishers, but they attacked us first. We were having a good time over in Europe, and the British said, let's get involved on the mainland. Can't allow that. They claim they have a new weapon to make us obsolete, the Aztec. Alright, very good, very good. Also, we can lay some mines, or we can join a different fleet. I don't want to do that, certainly. So, we can go sink some ships, or we can lay some mines. When does the mine campaign have to be done, I wonder? This page seems not to show what the due dates are. So I'm going to leave just briefly and go to the mission page over here. And with that, hopefully see what order we should do things in. So Tonnage War is through June of 1940. Mine laying is until 1941. And that's all we got for right now. So let's do some Tonnage War, which is how we spent the vast majority of our first playthrough of this game. But this time would be much better than previously, because I know how to actually aim these times. Also, we do have far more torpedoes on our vessel than previously, so we don't need to just sink one vessel and then go home. We can add many, many more targets on any one mission. Here is something profoundly awkward here. Namely, where we want to go is the Celtic Sea. I don't know how to say that, but I'm afraid of the English Channel. So realistically, I should go all the way up and around to get here, and then all the way up and around to get back. We have enough fuel to do that if we stay at low speed the whole time. But man, you two are afraid of the English Channel, right? There's no channel yet, right? Have any of you ever taken the channel, the Channel Tunnel? This amazing railroad that was dug simultaneously from the English side and the French side, and they met in the middle, and now there's a railroad back and forth. I've never been in this part of Europe, so I've not taken it, but I remember when I first read about this thing or heard about it in the news. It's the most amazing thing. I'd love to go there at some point. All right, avoiding the channel, let's go. Gear Druid, good seeing you. Are we a new crew and a new boat? Indeed we are, and with that mentioned, I need to name some more of the crew in favor of you all. This is an amateur writer. Our amateur writer today will be Conrad J.P. J. Peterson. Is that a German name? Who knows? Looks good though. Welcome, amateur writer. We'll take good care of you for sure. Thank you again for the gift subs and so on. Let's get ourselves moving out. Chef, I believe you're already on the ship. This is true, correct? I said you're a French person who's been impressed. There you are. Herr Chef at the bottom down there. All right, so we're gonna go the north direction. We're gonna stay at fairly slow speed. We're also gonna make sure we have someone on the diesel engine with sailors. This lowers fuel usage time by 30%, and that is pretty darn great. All right, on the way we go. While we're heading, another generous subscription. Triskel Kid, thank you for being here. You're gonna be a resigned recluse. The war deprived him of everything. He does not like people, but still finds himself in the service. Weirdo. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, my friend. I swear the random selection. Herr Triskel, what is that for children? It's Eugen, I believe. There you go, Triskel Youth. Hope that's right. I'm so sorry. Also, I realized I didn't give a Mr. name to the person I named a bit ago. Who was it again? Oh my goodness, so much generosity here. Thank you also, Mr. Sticks, for your generosity in that gift sub to Dr. Cool Jedi. We'll get you onto the vessel in just 1 second here. You will be randomly selected. This one, Dirk Moss. Wow! You're a ship's captain. How dare you? I'm the captain here. Born in Ulsterfeld, he was separated from his father at a young age and grew up in Lübeck with his uncle Hans. He left gymnasium and joined the merchant navy. He quickly became a captain and then was unemployed for a long time. Due to a lack of prospects, he joined the Kriegsmarine as midshipman. All right, so when next we're looking for a leader character, I will be promoting this one for sure. That will be good. All right, we're gonna call you Captain Winky Face. Hair Sticks. Ooh, Sticks Son? No, Sticks. Ooh, Sticks. There we go, that's much better. All right, very good, very good. We'll take good care of you also. Your jaunty hat there. I'll let you keep your jaunty captain's hat. One of these days you'll get promoted. All right, thanks again for the generosity, friends. Thank you for supporting the channel in all the ways you do. Let's now set to sea. We'll stay at half speed to not waste too much fuel. We can go 20,000 kilometers at current speed. That is good to go, good to go. All right, on the way, I'm going to go ahead and ping in this direction just to look at the various ports, maybe pick off a ship or two on the way, and that will be just fine, just fine. So let's go ahead and speed up the game a little bit. Not much needs to get done. We're at surface level. Should I use a dive schedule? So those of you who have played this game, when you're just in the open water, unlikely to find anybody, do you bother with a dive schedule? Or do you wait until you're close in, more likely to find a ship on a stealth mission or otherwise? Because realistically, I've never had the intentional dive schedule on, and I worry if I'm kind of missing out on an important part of the game from just doing it manually. Important message! Wee-oo. Captain, we've decided to implement a change in the assigned square for your U-boat. Head instead to square AN1 and patrol there instead. All right, I believe that is on the friendlier side of the nation. It is. Wow, what a lucky ducky are we. We don't have to go all the way around anymore. We're saving fuel, we're saving time. I will still do exactly what I mentioned, namely pinging on the way to the patrol area, but this is such a friendlier assignment. But then, a message from U-Boat 50. Single propeller at 2156. That single propeller is in square AN763, Merchant, slow, north. Okay. Because of the kind of ship we have now, we should be able to catch up to any ship moving at slow or medium speed. Fast, probably not, but we'll figure it out. Okay. I realize I've not written the captain's message about this mission. Let's do that in a moment. First, though, is AN763. That is here. That is 63 here. Interesting. So, slow north. Assume the midpoint as usual. Okay. Super interesting. Super interesting. Couple things. So number one, slow speed. I haven't picked a number for slow speed yet. For medium speed, I always pick 18. So for slow speed, let's assume 12 or 13 and see how it goes. Hello to a chapification. Says, I rule, dude. Today, the YouTube admirals are the kinder admirals. Thank you for saying I rule. The next time that the YouTube admirals and the Twitch admirals disagree, YouTube wins. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and plot out by 12s. So 48 will be 4 hours, approximately. All right, that is 48. That's not very far. I'm gonna go with 50 instead because it's easier to count. Okay. So that's 4 hours. Second 50 is 8 hours. Third 50 is 12 hours. Okay. So in 12 hours, it should be somewhere in this area. I'm currently moving at 25 kilometers per hour. So that's not super difficult to calculate, of course. So we'll say 2 hours is 50. 4 hours, that's not 4 hours, I apologize. I should just do hundreds instead. I'm just gonna do more 50s though. So 2, 4, 6 hours. So we'll get there in 6 hours. They'll get there in, I don't remember how many hours. I think it was 12 or so. So as we're moving much, much faster than they are, I'm gonna go ahead and set a course instead to right here. And then we'll hydrophone. Now, you will recall 2 things. Number 1, in their northern path, they may be going along the coast. So after listening here, we might need to hydrophone and head that direction. Number 2, profoundly annoyingly, as they're going north, they may be heading for Bergen. If they're a Norwegian flagged ship going to Bergen, I'm allowed to inspect their documents and their cargo, but I may not sink them. So some part of me wants to ignore this ship, but let's go do our duty to God and Kaiser and see what happens. All right, let's move forward and see what we find after all that mathematics. Do I have dynamite? A fine question. I believe I bought some dynamite. Also, Mr. Zordy is leveled up. Where is the cabinet in this ship? We found it once yesterday. I think it's in the narrow room here. ¿Dónde está? Cabinets. Do we have... dynamite isn't this pile. It's in the items pile. I did buy dynamite. Thank you for knowing that. Thank you much indeed. Thank you also for the many people that are complimenting my hats. I bought it on Amazon this week to delight you one and all. Also, I'm not sure if I need to manually move food into the galley, but I want to keep my sailors happy. We don't give them cheese. We give them canned bread. Probably not super tasty. Okay, here we go. You have to place it in the galley so the cook can use it to make dishes. So they do not instantaneously move food over. And if ever, oh, I see. The galley is full of food. So I should probably move over a smaller portion of some of this food in order to have space for some delicious potatoes. There you go. A wide variety of fruit, veg, no scurvy this day. Okay. While we're heading on forward, it is time for a little bit of role play. Mr. Resorty, a patrol mission. There we go. Okay. We continue to be appointed to patrols of the North Sea. On the continent, the war rages. For us, merchant inspection duty instead. I've heard an army marches on its feet. Surely an empire expands via its cargo. And yet, is this why I went to the academy? I had visions of sinking destroyers, of carrying out essential behind enemy blockade incursions. This will come. For now, the men must be told of the importance of their work. A captain may worry and yet project authority. For the Empire, for the Kaiser, for glory. There we go. There we go. A little message on the day. We head out to our duty once more. I expect our next message will be on our family, our history. We'll see how it goes. All right. LOLO Noiser. Army marches on its stomach. What did I write? Did I write the obvious and army marches on its feet? I meant to say marches on its stomach, but occasionally I get confused while reading aloud for you all. All right, we've arrived at location number 1 for listening. Let's see what happens. I did write army right, so it's, all right. Well, mistakes made. Where is it? Army marches on its feet. You fool. In your arrogance, you've forgotten an idiom. Surely we must hire an editor before publishing our memoirs. Subscribe now for more sub-facts. Is this a worthy title? Surely not. Okay, very good, very good. We're here to listen, though. Let's see what we hear. All right, hearing a giant distance here. I could give men to the hydrophone worker. Mr. Resorti leveled up. I mentioned that before. Let me deal with that so I don't forget to do so. All right. Mr. Zordi, our captain. Runner. The officer's always in a hurry. He both walks and runs 10% faster than normal. I think this is a random effect. I think this is not one that you can choose from every character. So, because I'm going to use him as my gunner as usual, he'll take focus to be able to stabilize a little bit better. Cool. Propellers detected. All right. Is this a ship I'm looking for? I'm not sure, but it's close enough that we can think about engaging with it. Actually, I'll say certainly this is not still the ship I'm looking for. It would have been farther south. Did Germany have a Kaiser in 1939? Yes. I've heard nothing of chancellors. I've heard nothing of knights of long knives. This is all fantasy, certainly. The Kaiser still reigns supreme. All right, so in the north here, we have 20 to 30 medium. In the south, we have 50 to 80 medium. Pikachu, I choose you. So at 25 or so, moving at medium speed, we do not know its bearing, but that is a-okay. We're going to head, so 18 meters. Is a meter being kilometers. This is the ship we're looking for. It's this one. I don't care, though. They're all looking juicy, and in the long run, we might be able to get all of them. All right, so assuming 18 kilometers movement speed, it'll be in there somewhere. Because of that, I think I'm going to head... I'm actually considering heading southish so we can get a bearing on this one, too. So that's 1 hour for them. I'm going to go 1 hour this way. We're going at 22, I believe. That's close enough. Let's resurface. Let's get moving at half speed again is all fine. To the surface we go. Let's rock and roll. That's right. Rock and roll. That's what I said. Look at the captain throwing out math. Absolutely. Just trying to be an impressive creature for you all by pushing the math buttons. All right, that took us about an hour, I believe. Wasn't looking too closely. We'll go ahead and stop there. We'll have another listen and see what we see. Man the listening room. So as of right now, there's too much work from the officers. I believe any time you task a sailor with helping an officer, they immediately say, this is too much work. I don't know what they think they're doing on this ship, if not doing jobs, but still. That's a 30 to 50. That's not the one we were chasing a moment ago. So we'll wait a little while longer. We could end up going for it, but I want to know about the one in the more northern direction. Now, it's possible that my assumption was bad, that it was here. Because I think it had to be within a narrow arc here. And we're listening in a huge direction. I guess the one possibility is it's behind me, which always feels super awkward. So I'm going to turn around just briefly and have a listen after marking. Uh-oh. We've already moved, unfortunately. It was 30 to 50 in roughly this direction, which is kind of a distance. Kind of a distance. I'll put it there, just in case. We are spinning about now. Give me some speed to spin. Hey, there she is. So it shouldn't have been my dead zone. I don't know why we're only now hearing it, but that is the one we're chasing. Cool. So we'll get rid of this line. Very strange, very strange. Maybe the hydrophone man was having a conversation and missed the important moment. So we know that it was previously on this line. We can then mark out the next one, 20 to 30 now. So we'll put it at 25. It should be roughly in this area. Let me go ahead and scrape or scrub rather the prior compass mark. Let me scrub my prior line of engagements. There may still be a ship roughly in this area, but I'm going to ignore that for right now. So the overlap here, there are more, good. The overlap here, we then assume 18 again off of this. 18, I'll call it 20 just in case. And then I'm going to aim for roughly this direction. We'll go there at actually slightly faster speed this time and see if we can make it. We'll go about 1 hour, I think. Bring me my clock! I do like imagine the captain has his pocket watch at all times on his person. Are we moving? Oh, video game, why do you do this? Is there any mod to change this? Is it possible for me to surface and continue at the speed I marked? Because we wasted about 20 minutes just sitting there not at speed. So awkward. So we're not going to catch up as much this time. I'm actually going to go maximum speed, try to catch up with the time I just wasted. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. I guess when it comes to it, I need to remember to surface first and then go to speed. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Didn't quite catch up where I want to. We'll listen again at about 1 hour 15 minutes. We find it immediately 30 to 50 again. So it's still about the same distance as before, maybe even a little farther, which makes me wonder, is that the correct ship? We'll wait for another 15 minutes or so. I do like assigning time. Hey, there she is, much closer, 20 to 30 still moving away. All right. I'm so glad that as we've played this game more, I'm able to announce that's not the ship I want, and I largely get it correct, actually. That feels pretty darn good. So we're up to 25, which is slightly closer than before. One behind also. Man, this bit of the ocean seems profoundly pregnant with ships, and I wonder where they're going. If they're all going to Bergen, I'm going to be so unbelievably cross. All right, so we're going to manually do this, not measuring out at all. Because at 20 kilometers, I can definitely overtake it in the next hour. We surface first, then we go to speed. Okay. At speed, moving. Cool. Gotta push the button in the back direction. Can you think that they come from blockaded ports? No, it's only if they're going to a blockaded port or flying a hostile flag. Or carrying military cargo, I believe. Okay, just over an hour. We should have passed them by now or be very close to doing so. Nope, no electric engines. Dead stoppin', if you please. Halton, I saw good seeing ya. I'm feeling the thrill of the hunt now. Ship has been spotted at 329. Do you see it? Do you see it? It's 850, so we should probably maintain a lower profile. I would like to sneak in just a little bit closer. It's probably moving on this-ish course. Can Mr. Zordy see it? It was 359. It's gonna be at great distance, possibly. We might be able to just see it. And pause, let the waves go a bit. Looking like no. So though we have a sense of it, they can't actually see it right now. So continue maintaining a roughly parallel angle and see how this goes. We're still at listening depth, so Mr. Rorty couldn't see a thing, which is fair enough. Let's go. And now we see much farther. Smoke on the horizon. Smoke, can I see directionality? 329 still. Okay. So it's me at max sight. This angle looks pretty darn good. There she is. It is now time to sight and figure out what kind of flag they're flying. No one's on the attack port. That's fine. We should be able to do it with the binoculars or the spotting tool instead. That's the gun. I know that some of you like that to be a spotting tool, but no. We are moving forward kind of quickly, which seems good. So I'm gonna maintain this course, and it'll be off to our port just a little bit. Bring me the sighting tool. Bring me 329 or so. We'll go and zoom out. Hello? I was quite surprised by that. Suddenly red. I felt like a bull ready to charge. Yeah, unfortunately at maximum zoom out on this binocular. It's kind of slow in rotating, unfortunately. But that's okay. Almost there. The game is hanging up a bit if I go too fast. My computer finally met its match. Oh, we really are hanging. Oh, wow, I'm actually dropping frames, aren't I? So today we're getting an encoding overload we haven't had before. I might need to lower the graphics quality slightly. Hello, beautiful! That is the flag of Norway, I believe. Is that true? Oh, sorry, I was zoomed in all the way. I thought we were going so slowly. All right. Are you the German flag? Did I just chase one of my own ships, or is that Norse? At this distance, I can't quite tell. So to move in a little bit closer, we're still at a distance of 3 kilometers at this angle, which is probably too close at this difficulty. So we'll come aside and see. If I move down to the attack periscope, we should be able to see a little better. Okay, let's see though. So it should be right here. That is the Norwegian flag. It is indeed the Norwegian flag. It's blue, not black. We're not gonna do anything with it other than just cut it off and say, I wish to see your papers. I'm playing a little bit of Artosca, papers please still. We are at the surface. They'll see us coming, that's fine. We dead stop right in front of it. If they ram us, that's an international incident. So we'll just wait here a moment. They'll come close enough, and we'll say hello. It's still too far away. I always forget the icons here are bigger than the actual ships are. All right, coming close again. Let's not ram each other. Dead stop now. And now we should be in range to see them. Are we? There we go. Hello to you. It's a neutral ship. We can sink it if it's going towards an enemy port, or if instead It's an issue of cargo also, and I think it's only if it's going to an enemy port. So let's go say hello. Maybe they're flying a false flag. Mr. Captain Sir is too tired to go. We can give him coffee to keep him going. Though, as of right now, oh, Herr Freshersein, Freshersein rather, you are a cook. That's my first time seeing that. The author can be assigned to work in the galley. Provides a discipline bonus for working with the crew there. The issue with this is he's my night watchman, and it'd be very strange to keep order among the men while hanging out in the galley. Eventually we'll get ourselves a new officer, and then have him be a leader character, and Freshersein will become the cook. We'll call him Cookie for sure. We'll send the second author over, that's fine. We have no English speakers, unfortunately. If we can get one eventually, it'd be absolutely fantastic. And the other two awake officers will go. We got 2 engineers. One of them will take the dynamite. We don't have any armor or guns yet, so our leader will come with open hands and hopefully not get shot. Send 3 boys on with him. Let's see who we meet. I can almost guarantee this is going to be a non-sinking event. We can still report home to our command that we've met a ship. All right, your crew climbs the deck with some help from the cargo ship crew. You're then welcomed by the ship's captain. He communicates in the English, does not speak German. This is a problem. We have a basic conversation involving gestures and monkey noises. He brings us to his office. He looks around, finds some papers that are the shipping documents, and asks if we care to take a look. He's also having a smoke. Wait, he has a cigarette and a pipe? This man is an advertisement for the Marlboro Corporation. Don't you want to be as cool as this guy? Oh man, this is what my father was worried about me becoming when I turned, 16 years old, and he sat me down and said, if I ever catch you smoking, I will buy you an entire carton of whatever you're smoking in that moment, and you will smoke every single cigarette until you vomit. Not the best parenting, perhaps. He just want to keep me safe, though. Alright, show me what you got. You can't decipher much from the documents, though, since they're written in Ego. He is nervous when handing them over. I spot references about the port of Bergen, so it's probably where they're heading. If my interpretation is correct, the ship is not involved in a war effort, and sinking it could lead to a diplomatic incident of some degree. So we don't have a linguist, so we cannot insist that they're lying to us as it is in English, and we haven't learned that language yet. We can search the cargo hold just for fun. We're searching for contraband, unlikely to find it, but we'll see what's what while we're here. We just got a pop-up about smoke on the horizon, so we can leave this mode and see what it is. It's entirely possible that smoke on the horizon is just the ship I'm at right now. Yes, the SS Kommandurin. Nothing else currently. 40% done, digging through. We're gonna meet a sailor who speaks German, and I always find that so annoying that the captain does not bring forward his German-speaking sailor to do translation for us. I guess they're neutral, though. They don't mind frustrating the war effort. Alright, 15 seconds to go. Sorry, 15% to go. Diggy, diggy, diggy. We're accompanied by a talkative sailor who speaks some German. Guess where he's been involved with a woman? It's Hamburg, involving the hamburger. I need to stop making this joke, but I also need to stop seeing this event. Maybe I could offer my services to the game company to come up with some other messages on these. I don't know, maybe his uncle married a woman from Berlin. Maybe he is interested in our attractive hats. Perhaps he says, I've seen my captain smoking 2 tobacco at once. I think I can do 3. Something like that, possibly. Anyway, we looked around, finding nothing unusual. It's carrying motor parts home. Fine, fine, fine. Thank you, Captain, for your time. Back we go. We can go ahead and call it in. Get $100 dues for inspecting it. And that was a lot of time and a lot of math for absolutely nothing. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, before we started chasing this thing, we knew there was a ship coming from the south. I believe it's now over this direction. We know that there's also a ship that's up towards the north. I need to head north to my patrol area, so I'm going to go ahead and head this direction. Where are we relative to this ship? We're close to ramming, so I'm going to go behind it and take a little turn, and then go here and have a listen, maybe. We'll see, we'll see. All right. How's it going, Eka? Are they motor parts for tanks? I'm told they have civilian usage only. They wouldn't dare lie to me, these tricksy Norwegians. Or maybe they said that they are for tanks, and my English is too bad, unfortunately. It seems like having English is a superpower in this game. I think I can't send my men to learn English, unfortunately. I think instead I have to just hope I get lucky on that one, which is fine, which is fine. All right, forward, forward, forward. You look into the Kaiser's belief, despite a ton of horrible takes, at least he hated the Nazis. Exactly. That's the reason we're claiming the Kaiser's still running the show, that he wasn't deposed or sent into exile, because I just can't deal with supporting the other fellow. Smoke on the horizon. In my first playthrough, I would have been bamboozled here and chased the exact same ship again. This time we're fine. We've learned something important. We see the same ship, we see the smoke. Oops, no worries. Yeah, truthfully, I know almost nothing about the history of Germany before World War I, and the intra-war years I understand only in the most general way possible. And so that's why my World War II playthroughs tend to be kind of silly, because I just don't want to go deep into things I don't understand, and I don't want to... I don't know, I don't want to have to deal with the horror of it all. Italian, you leveled up. Congratulations, my friend. What are you doing? Our radio officers. What matters most for you is being able to decode quickly. You have connections. You'll do very well at headquarters. Wow! Italian can count as any kind of officer at headquarters. That is amazing. In our last playthrough, we were so desperate for finding a spare engineer to do the technology upgrades at all. This time, we have someone who can do it all. Italian, you are now the hero of the playthrough. For now, though, just radios are fine. Awesome. We hope we can find a new radio man to send Italian to the headquarters and he'll just live there forever. That's really, really nice. Really, really nice. Morale's 100%. The men are getting a little... The men are getting a little bit tired, but that is A-okay, knowing that they can have a vacation after a few months here. All right, let's have a quick listen and see if there's anyone nearby. I'm guessing the answer is yes. I'm guessing we'll find the ship that we ignored earlier up here. If not, I'm going to take a quick little move towards Hartlepool and then do my proper patrol. Because I worry up this direction, all I'm going to find are military ships or ships heading to Bergen. And so it'll be less useful for the tonnage war, where we really need cargo ship and nothing else. All right, so yes, indeed, there is a ship to the north. Unfortunately, it's pretty far away, but that's okay. It's beyond 80. Who knows? We'll stay here for a moment longer. I think we won't hear anything else, but we'll see, we'll see. Yep, that's all for now. All right, so this thing is very far away. I wanted to go on towards Hartlepool, but I'm okay chasing this one because it's in the direction I want to go. We're just going to run along for, we'll say, an hour, just to see if we can get a better bearing by combining what we know right now and what we will know then. Haha, triangulation. I go surface first, then go speed. Did that work this time? Hey, it worked that time. Bring me the chronometer at once. Reset. Give me an hour, if you please. New communique.
Von einem verbündeten Boot ein mögliches Ziel in unserer Nähe gemeldet.
All right. Freighter in. AN 572 northeast. Slow time 5:30 p.m. Where is that? AN 572. 5 7 5 5 7 5 5 7. All right, we got that. All right, 572 northeast slow. I should use a protractor to get the northeast correct. I'm gonna say that's good enough though. So this thing being 80 plus is making me feel like it's not worth chasing. That said, we know that this ship is moving slowly in this direction, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish my hour north, have a quick listen, see what we find. I then might run over here. It is going to Bergen, but it might be a British ship going that way. It could also be heading into German territory. I don't know if I can chase German ships. I've yet to see a German freighter out. Oh gosh, the ad's running. Oh my goodness, I didn't announce the ad. Oh, I'm the worst person ever. Friends, an ad is running. I'm sorry, followers. I'm so sorry. Let me apologize. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm that streamer now. Here's the Australia picture. Isn't that fun? All right, good playthrough. Okay, so new text. Very good. We type here now. Sorry, followers. Ad break. Broken heart. Back in 3. There you go. There you go. In small and slightly. Is it? Okay, move to middle. Very good. We've done what we can do. All right, friends, it is time for the first real ad break of the day. So far, we've yet to finish a crossword this week. Hopefully, the Wednesday puzzle goes fast, and we can then go back and knock out the Tuesday and the Monday. That would be a lovely thing. No promises, but we'll see. Or try our best, rather. All right, number 1 across, hustles with a silver tongue. To con, to cheat, to scam, I'm not sure. Let's do the downs first instead this time. Give up when a poker hand is to fold. You gotta know when to, etc. A continent that awards 7 armies per turn in risk. My only risk strategy is hide in Australia, for sure. It's gotta be Asia, no doubt. A call from an IRS agent who needs your social security number right now. Clearly a scam. Browser window division is a tab. Can I link you to the puzzles? Sai, if you do exclamation point crossword, maybe crosswords, it should have a link there. If not, I'll give you a link for sure. Electronica subgenre with psychedelic elements. I am not quite sure on that one though. We'll see. Flowering, probably in bloom. It does not fit. Flowering. There's no link there, unfortunately, so I will throw it in chat right quick. Only Greek! Only Greek! Please don't help me! I wish to remain helpless. Don't make me go emote only. It's the worst feeling in the world. Cyber-Oracle, thank you very much for deleting that. I shouldn't read chat. I should just ignore chat during the ad break here. A Bond villain's hideout. It's probably layers. Toy used on windy day. Is a kite a toy? I'm not sure. Swine enclosure, a sty or a pen. Fuzzle with silver tongue is to fast talk. Wait, fast talk. There we go. Units tracked by an odometer. That's miles, I guess. A prestigious film released late in the year, Mabby. It's Oscar bait. Let's go ahead and do 3 more and then back to the game. In the know, possibly aware. assets opposite is a liability. Last one for now. Cosmetic whose name is French for red. My favorite class and yours from World of Warcraft, the Rouge. The Rouge. There you go. There you go. All right, ad break done for now. Grubzilla has a new favorite resorty picture. Oh God, what's this gonna be? Please don't be pornography. Friends, welcome to... Hello, Fritz. Good to see you. Welcome to a brief, embarrassing picture of resorty, I'm sure. What is my life? What is my life? Yep, I believe that was my apology photo to the followers. Good. Emote when? Would it be a good emote? I don't know. I don't know. Captain Zordy is just not sure. Oh gosh, what a silly day. Friends, thank you for being here. You make my life better for hanging out with me. Wonderful. All right, what was I doing? Right, I was charging this direction and then moving here. Am I sure that wasn't the torpedo math of the first night? The majority of the torpedo math of the first night was me saying, we'll see how this goes. I have no idea. We've almost finished our hour north here, so we're gonna go a little bit more. I haven't measured out what is slow pace here, but I should be good to go, I think. All right, there's my hour. So we're going to reset you. We're going to dead stop. We're going to have a listen and see. Do we get electric torpedoes eventually? Baltank, I don't know, unfortunately. I'm sure someone in chat knows. So far, though, oh, actually, we do have electric torpedoes. Our torpedoes are electric and pressure, steam, I believe, but that. The electric ones are able to be aimed at different distances and have different speeds also. This ship is very close, to the point that I'm surprised I haven't heard it previously. Almost certainly Bergen bound, but close enough it's not a problem for us to go check it out. So it should be at 25 or so, easy to overtake. Listen for a moment longer. We'll see. At this range, I'm okay with not plotting at all. I'm happy to just grab what I can. So I want to head in this direction just in case. So we're going to go ahead and set a straight line like so. We're going to surface. We're going to go wicked fast, big fast in fact. I'm going to give my engine man some helpers to help make the ship go even faster. After about an hour, we'll stop again, a little bit farther. A ship has been spotted. Well done, us. That is the target, I think, though I'm not certain on that one. I don't see it right now, honestly. It is a dark night with about 2/3 moon visibility. So our sight is not as clear as usual. There she is. We don't have a name yet, but it is a freighter. Our distance is farther than I'd like to be, but it is acceptable for taking the shot. First, though, we should make sure what flag it flies under. So, it's roughly dead ahead. At the 0 point, there we can see it. It is a British ship. My friends, we hunted to the port of Bergen, and we found something worthy our time. So I'm going to mark what kind of ship it is first. We see the towers in back there, so it is indeed the Empire Tower. Beautiful. We'll stay locked. I'll deal with the other bits in just a moment here. I'd like to move closer first, though. So let me aim. Let me go periscope depth number 1. And then head like so. If I can make it there, I'll be within 2 kilometers and feel very, very good about that shot. Whoops. I want to go to roughly here. Okay. Get rid of this. We're periscoping, I believe. I did push that button. Let's start going and see what happens. Looks like it's going to be a fairly good shot. I'm going to re-aim slightly to here. We're then going to continue sneaking forward while I'm doing my torpedo math. Oh, it's turning. Okay. I don't like the turn, so I have to take the shot faster than I want to. All right. Bring me my targeting computer. I thought I asked us to stay locked for that ship. Apparently in moving from binoculars down to attack periscope, we lost the target. And I think it was at roughly 290. The water is choppy, so I'm not certain on that. Okay, the target's right here. Awesome. So, let's go ahead and zoom in all the way. Cool. Let's go ahead and set ourselves to torpedo mathing now. Number 1, how fast are you going? What a bad day to be freightering. It's true. Early game, big fun targeting. At the halfway point, we have 22, so we'll call it 12. Shout that. Go to the map for AOB. AOB looks a little awkward. That's okay, though. I want this angle. Zoom in a little bit. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Right here. Over to the front of me. Right here. Angle on bow is about 93, 95. I think we're a little bit too far in the ship, maybe. So I'm going to lower it to 94.5. A little bit of correction is fun. All right, give me 94.5. Get rid of you. Send that. It rolled round up to 95. That's fine. And the distance. All right, I am a ghost. If you don't know this song by, what is it, Ted, Leo, and the Refreshments, I think, called Ghosts. I encourage you to check it out right now. 4,000 meters seems plausible at least. Is it Ted, Leo, and the Refreshments? It's definitely Ted, Leo. The song's called Ghosts, and for me it is so darn catchy. We have an old one that is already flooded. It is a Type 1 torpedo, so it does not have changeable speed. It's going to be in range. Is it 3.5 or 5 point? It might be only 3.5 preferable distance. Let's check that real quick. I don't quite recall. Let's see. Type 1 torpedoes are 5 kilometers range. The Type 1s can go up to 12 kilometers if need be. Hello, Smithy. How did the Liverpool mission end yesterday? Fantastically, thank you. Shoot, wrong button. Button 2. Back to Captain. Unfortunately, stepped out of the attack computer. Get back on it, please. Oh, where are we? All right. We lost our target, but everything else should still be good. We were only off the attack for a moment. Did you remember your calculation? You did. All right, zoom on in. Torpedo ready. We're about distance. It's fine, though. We are going to fire one at a time. We're close enough that I'm going to try to relocate at a slightly... Is that good angle? I think it's a good angle. In case we need to fire another one. We'll see what happens here. The torpedo's away. Begin scooting. There's a torpedo. The shot looks plausible at least. I'd prefer not to shoot a second. I believe we have a hit. Welcome, friends, to the most exciting part of the game. What have we done this day? Periscope up, please. I think the better view is going to be zoomed out one. That looks pretty good. All right, friends. Next time we fire, I will go with the torpedo so we can watch ourselves slam into the opposition. It's called the Empire Conveyor. What a boring name. You get yourself a ship and say, you know what I want to call this thing? The Conveyor Belts. You know what I want to call it? The guy carrying stuff. What a terrible name. My friends, I give you a hit to the direct middle of the ship. Oh my goodness. Somebody call 911. Shorty fire burning on the dance floor. Whoa. It didn't go down fast enough that it's going to be dropping no lifeboats, so we will go capture some folks. So with that, there's no one else nearby. Lifeboats are out. We'll surface at once and go say hello to them. Now that we're also alone out here, we can surface all the way. That's good. Okay. Hello. Target's still too far. A little farther forward. We're now surfaced. Captain, you fought valiantly this day. Unfortunately, you just ended up on the losing side of the battle. That is good. Hello. There's sausages and replacement parts on the surface. Bring me the sausages at least. Our compressed air got down to 1%. Thanks for catching that one. That's a good one. It'll recharge presently. No concerns at all. Makes surfacing harder or even impossible. I'm not sure if my men are reloading the compressed air themselves. I'll need to make sure that someone has the job to do that, certainly. Alright, you move my sausages into storage. Thank you. Replacement parts next. We'll go and interact with the lifeboats. Hello to you, U5. So these ships only carry a captain and engineer. Frank Baker indeed. And the rest of you can come along. We have 3 additional spots. There's a larger ship, so more people can come with us. We'll go ahead and check the other folks. I can take, I think, 3 more of you. Yes, indeed. Anyone interesting here? The Martin twins want to go. And then George Jones. Isn't George Jones a football player? I feel like I know that name. It's like a very boring English name, so of course it is. 9 minus 3 is 6. And so it's time to give supplies to the remaining. You all take care of yourselves. Here's some lovely... What's a good German cheese? I don't know. It's surely not American cheese. George Jones is a famous country singer. Okay, country singer, football player. In his youth, he was a great football player. A Swiss cheese? I think Swiss cheese may be from Switzerland. I'm not sure. You are welcome. We take good care of you. A pirate, we are not. Speaking of which, I wish to steal their things now. We don't have a dive suit, so we can't dive down and fetch additional parts, but that's fine. That's all good. Now we wait a moment. I want to check my sailor's duties to see where recompressing air is. It's a very important job that's not getting done. Alright, let's go ahead and ask our engineer to go grab the replacement parts. Oh, interesting. We already are fully stacked on parts. I don't know why the decision was made to give so much weight in the storage room, but not enough slots. Now, luckily we can stack our veggies and get 1 more, but I need to get additional cubby holes, perhaps. Or maybe, like, stack the different cans together. I'm not sure. That's all done. Now, I'm curious. I'm curious, team. And when I get curious, I gotta know the answer. So, famous German cheeses. Limburger, of course. Initially made by Belgian Trappist monks. That's how they kept themselves alive, by making fancy cheese. Butter Casa, Tilst, Cam Bolzola. This has got to be from the south near Italy, yeah? What is this one? Cambozola. This is like Gorgonzola, but Cambozola? Maybe. It's from the region of Aargau. Where are you from? Ist ein mit der, okay. It's near to Stuttgart and Tübingen. It's near Zurich. So yes, indeed, it is on down towards Switzerland. It's not as far down into Italy as I thought, so my mistake there, but there you go. Learned some German geography today. One of these days I'll be as good as the school children. All right, I believe that's all we got here. We'll send messages home. We'll thank you for your kind generosity, and we'll head on our way. Head on our way for sure. All right, very good, very good. So as I now feel relatively competent at sinking individual freighters, I think I need to start going after convoys at some point. Right, we want to know why are our men not refilling the tubes. So it's tasks the sailors. What kind of job is refilling? Engines, observation, cleaning, galley, observation periscope, helmsman, depth, radio, valves, power switch, bulkheads. Is it a valve job, maybe? Huh. So cleaning is the most important duty because cleanliness is next to Kaiserness. So I'm going to say that the second most important duty before you even eat is to... How do I increase this? Shift mouse wheel. There we go. Second most important duty is to please get yourself some valve turning. I need it at 12, I apologize. So yesterday I put in one job duty rank at 9,999. It appears to be lowered to only 9, I think. These I put quite high, so they get done in emergencies, up to 20 or so. I do like that the game lets you choose more numbers beyond the standard 9. This is a part where you all comment, like an auction not included, if everything is level 9, then nothing is level 9. And all that space down to 1, I just don't use, unfortunately. Looking cool, big improvements. So we know that Herr Freshersein is able to cook. Is there an officer cooking page here? There is. Oh, there it is. There's the one I put very, very high. You must go do doctoring. Because yesterday, I can be honest with you, this is a safe place where you can say things, I can say things, where my students can admit to working as gentlemen of the night. If you missed the intro, you missed a heck of a story. Yesterday, we may have had a crew member die because I forgot to put the doctor on doing doctoring skills. So now it's job 1000. Very, very, very important. It's actually listed as even higher than that. It's perfect. It's perfect. Gotta do that. All right, so officers are not allowed to do valve jobs, it looks like. Navigation, I think, is an all-the-time job. So I don't think having Fresherine on navigation allows him time to help with cooking. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All right, regardless, we'll do that tomorrow or tomorrow. We'll do it someday. It's all fine. That's right. No sailor died yesterday. I can't believe anyone would suggest it. We'll wait just a moment to see if the compressed air gets fixed. I don't know if the job priorities load instantaneously or if they load only after a change of shifts. So give it a couple hours here. We'll go overnight. If not, I'll walk over and do it myself. Hello? Hello? Is it really captain's duty to flip this switch each time? It wasn't on our prior ship. The button is engine room? No, it's in the main room. It's right here. Turn the pump. Oh, that's the bilge pump. I mean, that's important, but not the big important one. Air compressor might be the engine room. Or perhaps they have no air compressor on the ship. Is there a possibility on that? Where was it? Let's find it this way. gyro compass, bilge pump, valves. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, it's not in the torpedo room, certainly. My U-boat has 2 questions in the back if you hold tab. I don't see... Oh, there they are. We have an electric one and a diesel one. So I can force people to do it by marking that. But on the prior ship, we didn't have to do so. On the prior ship, they automatically did this. So I don't know why it's not being done this time. Cool to have an electric one, though. Here's the electric compressor. It's in the rear torpedo room. The diesel one's the same, so they live in the stern if need be. Now, is there a way to see what kind of job this is? I don't know. It is loading, though. Maybe part of the difficulty? Possibly so. I think what confused me on that, though, is I can give my sailors every other kind of duty. It would just be strange if this particular one I need to do manually. No idea. No idea. I turn the electric one on also to recompress. Double compression, double the time. We probably have a much larger compressed air reserve than previously, and so it requires us to keep it full more regularly. Oh, as we go beneath the sea here, I don't want to do this. Diving with less than full compressed air feels like a very, very bad idea. So we're just going to patrol a little bit, and while moving around, we'll continue compressing. All right, chugging along. 67. Are they off now? They're turned off. So maybe when I push the Okay. With the diesel compressor being on, it floods the ship with fumes. This must be different from the prior difficulty. We have a ventilation system somewhere in this thing. Is it you? It is. Wee you! Turn on ventilation. Turn off the diesel compressor. Someone, anyone. I'm so glad I caught that. Oh, we're all gonna die. Alright. Although I use diesel compressor on the surface, I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree that's a good idea. We have big fresh air now. Ventilation's also on. Fine. Yes, only compressed on the surface. My choosing to push the dive button to listen may have been a bit of an issue. Everything is fine now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, team. Having a good time. Compressor's back on again. And they seem to go for a while and then turn off. I wonder why that is. I don't need any sailors on the engine man right now. Our fuel is burning because of compression. It looks like -9, +1 per moment. I wonder why it says that. In the same way diesel engines are -6, 1 kilometer, -115, 1 hour. Okay, I think it's saying... Got it, I understand now. So the diesel engines are burning 6 fuel every 1 kilometer. The compressor is burning 9 fuel every 1 minute. Got it. We're up to 79%. They're both still on. Let's go watch the map for a little bit. Hopefully it gets up to 100%. Indeed it does. All right, they turn off now. Yeah, my people are telling me to turn it off. That's great. They auto turn them off at least. They all turn them on. I'm less sure, unfortunately. All right, let's go ahead and have our listen now, because our air's full again. Looking good. All right, dive and listen. Dead stop again. Okay. And our corner 1, I'm guessing we're going to find nothing. I'm ready to be surprised on that. But we'll see. Yep, absolutely nothing. Good. Reload top tubes. I believe it automatically reloads them. I believe I have men. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Fastest ship on Earth. So ridiculous. I want this view. Okay. I want to check our torpedoes. I believe they're auto-reloaded. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, they're all reloaded right now. Thanks for asking, though. Hello, Drake Edge. How's it going, my friend? How is your mission at sea going? Driving our U-boat through the world. Lovely. Friends, if you know Drake Edge, he's been rating us each day, so you probably heard him already. He plays a lot of games like we do. Enjoying the U-boat as much as we are, I think. Recompress this time, so maybe the men are dealing with the compressors at this point in our playthrough. As we arrive at AN-13, we'll stop and have a listen again. This is part of the path to Bergen. Speaking of which, a U-boat has noticed something. Kung Pao Jeff, thank you for the 176 bits. Dang nice hat. Thank you for the generosity, my friend. You all have already helped me to pay for my hat, but thank you for the further generosity and celebration of what a lovely helmet we have. 2 U-boats have called us at once. Wow, okay. I said earlier I need to learn to fight convoys. This might be the time to learn to fight convoys. I'm not sure. I'm afraid of convoys. The other thing about convoys is most of the times that we have found one, we find another submarine that's already scaring it away. And so we've really struggled to get involved in convoy battles because the ships are all anti-torpedo movement already. We'll see what happens. All right, so a ton of ships, 8 merchants. So they have relatively little in the way of defenses other than the cruiser. I have never seen a cruiser before. So we know it's going west and a whole bunch of ships going. We don't know a speed. We don't know a direction other than west. They do say, though, that there is a bearing signal going. This began at 1536. This is an opportunity for a lot of tonnage to be knocked out. There is, though, a second message. Smoke cloud at AN-273. So probably just one ship by comparison. It's going slow on the northeast course. Same time. Appreciate that everyone is trying to give me some information here. All right, so we'll mark the 273 first, as it is the easier target if need be. Slow northeast, it is surely going to Bergen. Is it a British ship or not? I wish that my U-boat friends had told us something. Northeast, slow. I'm going to go make the line first. If slow, we're going to say 12 or so. I'm going to go mark out to 48. That is 4 hours from now. It should be roughly here. Maybe a little bit farther on. I wish I could just write a 4 here. Pencil in this game would make me so happy. Is there a mod for it, actually? Let me see if there's a mod for this in the game. I'm going to bring this thing up. Make it so you can see it also. Good. All right, bring me the workshop. I have a ringy dingy. 7 new items in my inventory. Cards from playing Balatro. Man, I often say I don't play games off stream, but Balatro is really requiring me to attempt not to play the games on stream. It is so good. Most popular items, turn on compressor. All right, so maybe it's the case that there is a compressor issue in the game right now. I'm not sure. What I want to know, though, is may I have a pencil? Is that a thing? No. How about the word write? Is that a thing? Yes, it is. Map 2D. Turns the map into a true 2D map, Silent Hunter style. Improve cargo, auto sublights. None of this is like what I'm looking for. There's a writing tool to create words. Is it part of the main game? In which case I've not found it. Writing tool. Bearing for map tools, possibly. Adds a bearing to the lines created by the map. Oh, interesting. So instead of having to work off of the angle, it'll write where it is. It's in the vanilla tool. Wait, really? I just haven't found it? I'm ready to say that I'm blind, but where is it? I mean, I know it can go right in the captain's quarter. I see compass, protractor, bearing, ruler, marker, eraser. Second bottom left. The world map? I assumed that marker just meant make a dot. Everything has just changed. All right. Your boy, Seaman? You are... Oh, Seaman, that's funny. It's like you're a sailor. Allow me to gift you a subscription for being the hero of the day. Let's let you skip ads. You may already have an ad blocker, but there you go. Thank you for your generosity in helping me solve the problem of the game very, very easily. Really made my day. Thank you so much. Okay. So we know in 4 hours, this should be here. Now, truthfully, I should mark 4 hours from a certain time. This may be excessive, but it feels good. So I'll say they'll arrive here at 1936. I could mark what day, but I'll trust myself to remember it's pretty soon. All right, this is a big old convoy. We know it's this way. All we know is it's heading west. So out there somewhere, coming from Bergen, going westerly. Oh, we have 227 actually. Hey, I picked it right away. And going westerly. Okay, we know it's going at no particular speed, so it might be at any point here. I think what I'm going to do is try to hunt the lone vessel and then try to get in behind the convoy. Because previously I've met 2 convoys before. One of them I've met directly in front and one from the side. The one in front was just very hard to engage. The one from the side had already been upset by other torpedoes. So if I can get in from behind, it'd be so strong. So eventually we'll come back. If it's the case that in 1936, which is a good year, we want to be there, is that possible? Distance for us is approximately 230 kilometers. So no, that's going to take us approximately like 8 hours to get there. So with that in mind, I want to kick forward another 48 kilometers and try to get ahead of them. Cool. A little bit longer, that's fine. All right, it's time for top speed. Time for Germans to rule the waves. What's nice about this is it also moves in the direction to engage the convoy afterwards. All right, engine man, give you a friend to help me. Give me maximum speed. We're not listening. Let's go. Our buoyancy is going down just a little bit. I think the bilge pumping handled itself. Oh, interesting. Because we're still talking to our U-boat, we actually know where the convoy is, and we are actually getting closer to it. This is, I believe, 30 to 50 mark. Torpedo from behind his back, bad, the turret move away. No, I'm not planning to torpedo from the back. I'm planning to come from the back and get aside cargo ships. So I'm not going to fire from directly behind, but you could use magnetic igniters to mitigate that. I just mean come from behind as opposed to coming from the front or medium warship on the side. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so you're roughly there right now at 1910. You're moving west-ish at a speed of, we don't know. So maximum speed on freighters is 18. We're going to say 13 kilometers per hour. Cool. We're continuing our mission this way, though. We don't have anyone on the engine right now. Our torpedo officer could be asked to move over the engine instead. He doesn't like doing this job, but it's his other duty. We assign him way back here. Someone's actually listening. I apologize. Wait, is that a sailor listening? So at half speed now. Where's the diesel engine button? These are the diesel engines. Is no one assigned, maybe? Hey, there we go. I hadn't selected anybody. There we go. Get to it. Give him a sailor or two. Give him my top speed again. Good, good. Continue along. So we are... No, we're so close to the convoy. Okay, so if I manage to engage the lone merchant ship successfully, I will then need to turn around and hurry back. Hydro? I think my hydro would be this right now. And so we wouldn't be able to find the lone ship. Now again, the lone ship is moving slowly northeast. When I enter target area, you can sink them anywhere. Yeah, it is the case that you need to patrol in here, but you can sink ships in any location that counts towards the tonnage. Or at least it did yesterday, so we'll see. Friend Axix, how's it going? Number one, thank you for 85 months of subscribing. One of these days, that number will be 100, won't it? Then we'll feel very, very old. I might say that every month. We're getting closer and closer to the good old 100. Number two, thank you for the tier 2 sub. You didn't have to do that, of course, but I do appreciate hanging out with us, Axix. We'll go and get you on the crew of this ship. We don't know who any of our officers or our sailors really are, but you're Ulrich Becker. You're a weapon lover. Oh my goodness. You sleep while kissing a knife. A German of Austrian descent, a weapon lover and a hunter. Service in the Navy is his dream. Ambitious. He counts on rapid promotion in a military hierarchy. When next we need a engineer who works on torpedoes, Pikachu, I will choose you. Cat, your name is going to be... I feel strange mentioning this, but you are... I don't know which the to use. Der Axis Mon? Don't ask which axis it is. You're very good, though. Hey, Carcinogen! Thank you for the brand new subscription. Always a real pleasure to have new subs, and I appreciate a whole bunch. I think you want to be on this ship. We can do that for you. You will be Aldrich Falk. You're an electrical engineer. Congratulations. You grew up in Hunsrück, an experienced electrical engineer when his wife and daughter lost their lives following a Royal Air Force raid on Wilhelmshaven, which he barely survived. You immediately offered the Kriegsmarine your electrical skills and began training the school's U-boat fleet. You may end up being a radio officer at some point. Wow, wow. All right, so Carcinogen. What's a good ending today? We've had some Myers, we had some Zines. I don't know enough German people. Okay, I know Bert is an ending also. I know a guy named Neubert. I believe he's German. Perfect. I didn't give you your title, I apologize. We call people Mr. on this ship. Perfect. Excellent names. Thank you again so much. Yeah, the convoy I think is too juicy to pass up. I think we're absolutely right about that. Are we gonna have a quick listen? I believe this is the 10 to 20 bar. Because we have a locked-in bearing, might be longer actually. Because we have a locked-in bearing, we actually don't need to do this. I'm just marking directionality right now. But we're to pivot to here and then hydrophone, I think. Hydrophone, hide your wife. Thank you, Switch the Kid, for that subscription also. Man, subscriptions coming out of our ears today. Appreciate that. Walter Koss, you're a brawler. I look forward to throwing you in prison at once. A natural-born sailor and you clean your shoes daily. That's good for sure. Smitchy, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Gotta be polite here. Smitchy Vaughn, Kidzine. Perfect. Thank you, my friend, for your good work. Take care of you. No one's getting sucked out of the tube this day. Forward. Again, maximum speed. We're not gonna alarm yet. We're getting so close now. Let's go to hydrophone. Let's listen. Oh my goodness! George plays Twitch. What are you doing with those 5 gift subs? What you doing? 2 cats yelling. Simply Jeff, Entendeer, Broccoli, and Mick Swarlton. Enjoy your generosity. Enjoy the generosity. That's what I read. George, rather. George, you're German, in fact. So, George, what do you want your name to be in this game? Georg something, I suspect. Also, according to chat, a golden Kappa train's incoming. I have no idea what that means, other than thank you for the generosity all the way through. That's been really sweet of you all. This month has been so generous. Next month is Nam's birthday, so it's really nice being able to know I can buy her nice birthday things. We'll see. George, thanks for a further gift sub. I appreciate that. You need more crew? We'll do that at once. All right, so is the golden Kappa train? I don't know what it means. Does it mean if I type Kappa in chat it becomes golden? I have no idea. I genuinely do not know what the Twitch is doing right now. I do not know. Infinite Drek, thank you for the 5 gift subs also. My goodness, you all. All right, we got names of people here. All right. Blue Moon, thanks for the gift sub also. Oh, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing with this kindness? What are y'all doing with pushing the generosity buttons? Thank you. It's number 1. You become Jorg von Trier. That's a nice name. We like that name for you. You pharmacist's son. It means if you sub or gift during the golden Kappa train, you get a golden Kappa. Cool. So if you're into emotes, apparently if you subscribe or gift, you'll be able to get yourself a golden Kappa to use in chat. Very cool, and thank you. Pharmacist's son, in the military for the money. Apparently there's not much money to give when it comes to, or much money to get when it comes to selling drugs in the war. Wow, psychotic. I think psychotic. I'm not sure to say your name. Thank you for the 200 bits also. We'll get you there in the channel. Anonymous, thanks for the 5 gift subs also. What are you all doing? Why are you doing this? Thank you. A resourceful engineer. Who is here? Infinite Drek. Drexen. Alright, so Herr Drexen. Wow, thank you. That hype train level goes up and up. Cyber Oracle. Folks, too many nice feelings. What are you all doing? The pop-ups are never going to end. Axix, thank you for 5 more gift subs. Silent Marauder, thank you for subscribing. Kung Pao Jeff, thank you for the 177 bits. Oh, folks. Thank you for your kindness and generosity. Pepper MG, thank you also. I don't know what to say anymore. Apparently it's our largest hype train of all time. New record level 5. Yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being part of the community. Forcom, thank you for the generous gift subs also. Oh boy, I feel feelings. I'm not used to feeling feelings. This is a serious stream involving mathematics, involving wordplay. Oh boy. Really, thank you all. Great googly moogly indeed. All you have to do to make me happy is be here and hang out with me and enjoy the stream. Sai, thank you for the 44 bits also. That's so kind, but you don't have to do this, I swear. But you've made me very, very grateful today in a way that I do not express. So thank you very much. Like I said, I'll be using this to pay for Nam's gifts. As I mentioned a couple days ago, I've bought her some things, and we're going on a little camping trip. It's gonna be pretty good. Someone calculated the hype train solution as a hit. The torpedo is in my heart. I don't know how to feel about any of this. Frank Baker. Oh, they're British people. I can't name these people, unfortunately. Oh, goodness. That's right. We need to sink a ship in these people's honor. We got a former fisherman here. Blue Moon. Blue Moon. I don't know the German word for moon, unfortunately. What's the German word for blue? Is it blau? We're going on a camping trip, it's true. We're going up into the mountains of Saitama, which is just north of here, northwest-ish. We're staying at a place that wants to be a glamping site, but when they started building the glamping site, they realized they couldn't afford it. And so instead, they just have a nice camping ground. They're saving money to eventually build a big old glamping site. It seems like a very sweet family out there, and so we're excited to go there and do some hiking in the mountains and so on. And I think Nam's gonna be quite surprised by it, so very cool. Knut, thank you also for the generous subscription. I don't know what to say anymore, folks. Like I've said before, your hanging out with me makes me feel very, very good. The stream has recently been so kind, but the financial side is always very appreciated, of course, so. Thanks. Is anyone unnamed on the ship? Eric Luther, who are you? You're another reveler, having a drink, having a party. We appreciate that so much. We got ourselves, Sai? So hair, it's like Katic. That seems like a fairly German name anyway. Love it. You got a lovely face there, my friend. Couple more people. We had an anonymous gifter. This one's to you. Hair, unknown sailor. Perfect. This person is quite mysterious in their ways. I think we have a few more wow. I think this ship has so many sailors. More than enough for all you lovely people. We then had Cyber Oracle. Cyber... Zoom, perfect. That means like some or something, maybe. You are an amateur writer. Write me a book if you please. And David Peters becomes Mr. Axis. You're not even Axis. Axis number 2. Axis Eins Dry. That's 3. Eins Vine. Eins Dry is Y. There we go. Welcome to me, not remembering basic German words. All right, who else we got here? Thank you for the further bits, George. Does it do anything to hype train? As the hype train keeps growing as long as people generously give anything, I think. So it's gonna go and go for a long time. Air silence. I'm out of names. What are some German names I know? Shelling. Your name is Silent Shelling, my friend. Don't get shilling for anything. How many more are there? Pepper MG. Thank you, Pepper, for always being part of the community. Pepper Und. Salt Shirley. You are a musical sailor. Look forward to hearing your lovely song. Do you want to do what I said I would do, which is give every subscriber a name? I didn't realize there's so many of you. Forcom, Eins, Drive, Zwei, Trace, Mr. 4, Mr. Cinco is 5. All right. Here, there, and everywhere. What's the number 4 in German? Do you remember? Did you tell me? The hype train's over. Level 6. 37 subscription gifts and 472 bits. What are you doing, chat? What are you doing? All-time record of hype train support. That is craziness, craziness, craziness. So did you get your magic kappas? If you do kappa in chat now, is it gold? Hopefully it's Veer, thank you. I can remember numbers. Veer, that's lovely. Mr. 4. Got a few more people. I think it's been the past half hour naming people. We're back to math stream soon, I promise. All right, Knut, you are a proud person from the far north, I believe. I pushed the home key. I think zoomed in a little bit. So many more crossword friends. Very good. The kappa didn't work. What happened to the golden kappa thing? They have to reload. I have to reload chat to see it. I have no idea. I feel like I've scammed people. Newt, der Norza. Perfect. And lastly, that is all. You all got your names. I'll take good care of you, I promise. It wasn't the golden kappa train. On my channel, it said golden kappa train incoming. Maybe it was only for me. Maybe if I actually subscribed myself. Let me try. Curious. Yeah, I got gold also. Pure bamboozlement, my friends. We all got scammed. I'm terribly sorry. I will refund all of your generosity straight away. Robbed by Twitch again. Someone get me Jeff Bezos on the phone. I wish to complain at once. Alright, as expected, there are 7 to 15 ships, 10 to 20 north, and then one in front. The one in front is surely a cruiser or a destroyer. Like I said, I've never seen a cruiser, so I'm excited for that part regardless. At 10 to 20, I don't need to be a sneaky snake yet, but I need to be very, very, very soon. So I'm going to move forward at decent enough speed for just a little bit. There are dozens of propeller forward, apparently. Still 10 to 20, it's saying. Okay, 5 to 10. It is now time to dive. Okay. It is 10 p.m. It is 10 p.m. and we are ready to go. So allegedly, we've not contributed to tonnage war at all yet today. I think that's because we hadn't yet gotten to our patrol area. I believe to get the tonnage war active, you have to go to your patrol area and then you can chase other ships. I wonder if the German High Command would prefer that I go inside the patrol box and wait for the convoy. That seems reasonable, but we have no time for being reasonable. We only have time for periscoping our way forward. Getting closer. Again, all of you are generous. What is this? That terrified me. So we have no one on the attack periscope. I think it's the man in the control room who spotted this thing through the observation periscope. That's much closer than expected. That is not so good. The Empire Cabot, I assume, is a ship that is carrying things. A cargo ship, indeed. Get the captain upstairs. Yeah, observation man spotted that very last second. That's no good. Where's my staircase? How do I get upstairs? There's the upstairs. I do have a clean shot if I can get there fast enough, yes. I feel awkward. Fire. Where is it? Wait, what am I looking at? Oh, we're above the water finally. I feel awkward firing at the first ship I see, but it is something I want to shoot upon, I believe. Okay, yeah, it's definitely a... It's definitely another tower. So they're not panicking yet. Which makes me think if I fire on this one, then the other ships will panic and they'll start hunting me. I guess we can fire on it, evasive maneuvers immediately, and try to get to the other side in hopes that the warships move our directions and the convoys try to get as far away from the shot as possible. Definitely a British ship. What's my alleged distance right now? It's definitely within 3. It's within 2. This is a really good shot. That said, friends, it's been another hour of play, and so we have a quick cliffhanger for a 3-minute ad break. And unfortunately, during this ad break, I need to run upstairs briefly, so I'm going to go ahead and just put up the AFK screen. I'll put in some music for you all, and when we get back, we'll take our shot. So, thanks for being here sincerely. I guess while I'm upstairs, I'm going to get the coffee also, so I'll put that one up. And yeah, appreciate the heck out of y'all. Again, independently of the generosity that you showed with all those amazing gift subs, just the generosity you show in coming and hanging out with me is huge, frankly. It makes my life better, and I thank you for that. Here's some lounge music back in 3 or so. Well, thanks for waiting. I sure do appreciate it. While I was gone, I had an opportunity to go into the restroom, and when I was done washing my hands, I took a quick little moment to glance in the mirror